Have you ever wondered how faith can guide us through the labyrinth of life's challenges? If you have, then you're not alone. Many of us find ourselves in the middle of a storm where the winds of uncertainty howl around us, and we are left grappling for something to hold on to. And it's in these moments that the power of faith reveals itself. Imagine, if you will, life as a great vast ocean. Sometimes it's calm, serene, with the sun casting a glow on the gentle waves. But at other times it is wild, stormy, threatening to throw us off course. In these tempestuous times, our faith acts as our compass. It doesn't magically quell the storm or promise an easy journey, but it provides a sense of direction, a beacon of hope in the midst of chaos. Faith, my friends, is not merely a belief. It is a force, a driving power that can provide us with the strength to face any adversity that comes our way. It's like a trusty old friend, always there, ready to offer comfort, and to remind us that even the longest, darkest night will give way to dawn. Faith teaches us to look beyond the immediate, to see the bigger picture. It reminds us that the trials and tribulations we face are but fleeting moments in the grand scheme of things. It encourages us to persevere, to hold on, and to keep pushing forward, knowing that there's a divine plan at work, a plan that's greater than any obstacle we encounter. But faith is not just about weathering the storm, it's about growing through it. It's about emerging on the other side, not just unscathed, but stronger, wiser, and more resilient. It's about understanding that every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn, to evolve, and to become the best version of ourselves. And so, as we journey through life, let us remember to hold on to our faith, to let it guide us, inspire us, and give us the courage to face whatever comes our way. Now let's delve into an inspiring story that perfectly illustrates the power of faith. Meet John, a man whose life was as stormy as a sea during a tempest. John was an ordinary man with an extraordinary story. He hailed from a small town embedded in the heart of the country, where life was as predictable as the sunrise. However, John's life was anything but predictable. John's journey was a roller coaster ride, with the highs of triumphs and the lows of defeats. He had known the sting of failure, the taste of success, and everything in between. In his early 20s, he lost his parents in a tragic accident, leaving him to fend for himself and his younger siblings. He worked multiple jobs, barely making ends meet while coping with the grief of losing his parents. John's hardships did not stop there. He was laid off from his job, his health deteriorated, and he was swindled out of his savings. It was as if life was throwing one curveball after another at him. Yet, amidst all these adversities, there was one constant in John's life: his unwavering faith. John's faith was his lighthouse in the darkest of storms. It was his North Star, guiding him when he felt lost and alone. His faith was not just a belief, but a relationship, a connection with a higher power that gave him strength and hope. It was a source of comfort, a beacon of light in his darkest times. He would often say, "Faith is seeing light with your heart when all your eyes see is darkness." Indeed, his faith was a lamp to his feet and a light to his path. It provided him with the courage to face his fears, the strength to overcome his struggles, and the resilience to bounce back from his failures. John's faith was not a magic wand that made his problems disappear. Instead, it was his compass, guiding him through the labyrinth of life's challenges. It gave him the strength to endure, the courage to persevere, and the hope to look forward to a brighter tomorrow. His faith was his anchor, providing him with a sense of stability amidst the turbulent seas of life. It was his shield, protecting him from the arrows of despair and discouragement. His faith was his rock, a firm foundation that stood strong, even when the storms of life threatened to topple him over. Through his faith, John found the strength to keep going, the courage to face his struggles, and the hope to believe in a better tomorrow. He understood that faith was not about having everything figured out, but about being okay with not knowing what's next. It was about trusting that no matter how hard the wind blows, the tree that bends doesn't break. John's story is a testament to the power of faith. But how did his faith translate into overcoming his struggles? Let's find out. John's faith was not merely a belief, it was an action, a force that propelled him forward. Now, you might wonder, how does faith translate into action? Well, let's delve into that. Picture this. John was facing an uphill battle, a challenge that seemed insurmountable. But he didn't let these obstacles deter him. No siree. He put his faith into action, using it as his guiding light. You see, faith is not just about believing in the unseen, it's about taking that leap, holding on to the belief that there's a higher power at work, even when circumstances seem bleak. John's faith was like a wellspring, constantly replenishing him with hope and courage. It gave him the strength to persist, to keep going when all seemed lost. And boy, did that faith work wonders. It was like a phoenix rising from the ashes. He began to see changes, not just in his circumstances, but in himself too. There was a newfound resilience, a strength that wasn't there before. His faith had transformed him, molding him into a beacon of hope and determination. The beauty of faith is that it's not a one-time deal. It's a continued commitment, an ongoing journey. And John was a testament to this. Every day he chose faith over fear, hope over despair. And that choice, that action, made all the difference. His faith wasn't just a passive belief. It was an active force, a tangible energy that fueled his determination. It was his shield, protecting him from the onslaught of life's challenges. It was his sword, cutting through the darkness of despair, illuminating a path towards hope and resilience. John's story is a testament to the transformative power of faith. It's a reminder that faith is not just about believing, it's about acting on that belief. It's about using your faith as a tool, a weapon to combat life's challenges. John's faith was his shield and his sword, helping him to navigate through the stormy seas of life. And remember, just like John, you too have that shield and sword within you. It's just a matter of putting your faith into action. John's life took a turn for the better, all thanks to his unwavering faith. You see, John's faith was his compass, guiding him through the stormy seas of life, leading him to the shores of tranquility and fulfillment. This wasn't magic, oh no. It was the transformative power of faith. John's faith allowed him to see beyond his immediate circumstances. It was as if he had a telescope that could peer through the fog of hardship, revealing the beacon of hope that lay ahead. When he faced trials, he didn't see them as insurmountable obstacles. Instead, he saw them as opportunities for growth and development. He knew that behind every storm cloud, the sun was still shining. Moreover, John's faith was his fortress, providing him with strength during the most challenging times. It was his shield when life's arrows were flying, his sanctuary when the noise of the world became too loud. This strength wasn't physical, but rather it was a spiritual resilience that allowed him to endure and persevere. But faith didn't just provide John with hope and strength, it also brought about tangible change in his life. His relationships improved as he learned to extend the love and grace he received to others. His work thrived as he found purpose and passion in serving others. His health improved as he learned to trust and not worry. His life was a testament to the transformative power of faith. Now you might be thinking, well, that's great for John, but what about me? And that's a valid question. You see, the power of faith is not exclusive to John. It's available to each and every one of us, regardless of our circumstances. It's just a matter of tapping into it, of choosing to believe even when it's difficult, of holding on even when you feel like letting go. John's story is a shining example of the power of faith. But what about you? How has faith shaped your life? John's story is just one among millions. Now, it's your turn to share. We all have our own journeys, our own trials and tribulations. And in these journeys, faith often plays a pivotal role. It's that guiding light in our darkest hours, that comforting whisper amidst the roaring storms of life. Perhaps you've had moments where your faith has lifted you, carried you through a challenge you thought insurmountable. These are the stories that inspire, that connect us, that remind us of the power of faith and God's unwavering love. So why not share a slice of your journey? Maybe you've got a tale that could light up someone else's path. Or perhaps you've got a thought or experience that could spark a conversation, a connection. Remember, every story is unique and can inspire others. So go ahead and share your story of faith in the comments below.